All right, so we're diving deep today, but with a bit of a heavy heart, you know?
Yeah.
We're taking a look at the life and career of Delhi Ganesh,
Amazing.
a true icon of Tamil cinema. Sadly, he passed away recently, but we've got all these news articles celebrating his journey, and I'm already thinking there's so much more to discover than just like a list of his films, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think Delhi Ganesh's story is such a fascinating one. It's this blend of talent, dedication, and this just incredible ability to connect with audiences across generations.
I was really struck by his background, actually.
Yeah.
Born in Delhi, active in theater, even served in the Indian Air Force
Wow.
before he really went full on into acting. It's not your typical path to stardom.
No, it's very unique.
Yeah.
You rarely see that kind of range in someone's life
Right.
before they even step onto a film set.
Yeah.
So it really makes you wonder how those experiences sort of shaped him as an actor.
Right.
And that theater background, especially,
Right.
with the Dakshina Bharata Nataka Sabha, that renowned theater group,
Yeah.
it likely instilled a strong work ethic,
Yeah.
a lot of discipline.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you add in the detail that he debuts in 1976, right?
Yeah.
Directed by K. Balachander.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you're not familiar with Tamil cinema,
Right.
Balachander was the director who launched so many careers.
Right. The kingmaker almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having him believe in you was like a golden ticket.
Exactly. He had this incredible eye for talent, so to be chosen by him spoke volumes.
Right.
And some of the sources even suggest it was Balachander himself who gave him the stage name Delhi Ganesh.
Oh, wow.
It adds this layer of destiny to his story, right?
Yeah.
It's like he was meant to carry that city with him throughout his career.
It's like a classic Hollywood origin story almost.
Yeah, almost.
But it's not just the name. The articles really highlight this just mind-blowing versatility he had.
Oh, yeah.
He could play like a drunkard father in one film, a responsible patriarch in another, a crime lord, a bumbling secretary, like you name it.
It's amazing. Yeah. And what's so fascinating to me is this wasn't just about taking any role that came his way.
Right.
It feels deliberate.
Right.
Like he was actively choosing to embody such diverse characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what really sets him apart, this mastery of range, this ability to disappear into any role.
That's what makes this deep dive so valuable, too.
Absolutely.
Like, imagine you're at a party, and someone brings up Tamil cinema.
Okay.
And you casually drop in, did you know Delhi Ganesh could play a heartwarming dad and a ruthless villain?
Yeah.
Boom, you instantly sound like a film scholar.
Exactly, precisely.
Yeah.
And it's those insightful details that I think really make a deep dive like this worthwhile. But it goes beyond just like trivia. It's really understanding why he was so versatile, and I think that's key.
Right.
It's a testament to his commitment to his craft.
It's not like he was bouncing between tiny parts either.
No, absolutely not.
We're talking substantial roles, sharing screen time with legends like Savaji Ganesan, Regina Kant, Kamal Haasan, like stars across generations.
Yeah, that list of co-stars really is a who's who of Tamil cinema.
Right.
And I think the key takeaway here is he wasn't just in these films.
Right.
He had significant parts.
Right.
Filmmakers were actively seeking him out.
Yeah.
They wanted him on their sets.
That speaks volumes, right?
Absolutely.
It's not just like he was a talented actor, but a reliable one, a professional that directors could trust to deliver.
Yeah.
Like, what was it about him that made them keep casting him?
I think the sources do hint at it. They talk about this everyman quality that he had.
Right.
He could be relatable. He could be funny, he could be menacing, and sometimes all in the same film.
Right.
So that made him incredibly valuable because he could connect with audiences on so many different levels.
His career wasn't limited to the big screen either.
No, absolutely not.
We see him in TV serials. He even had a role in a YouTube sketch comedy series.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently he played, wait for it, a Tamil Alfred Pennyworth.
That's fantastic.
Batman's butler for anyone who's not a comic book fan.
Right, yeah. That just makes me smile. So, it just speaks to his willingness to embrace new platforms.
Yeah.
To connect with audiences in new and unexpected ways.
Yeah.
He was constantly evolving.
So we've got this incredibly versatile, dedicated actor working across decades and mediums.
Right.
It really does make you wonder, what was his secret sauce?
Yeah.
Like, what made him tick?
Well, that's where things get really interesting, because the sources all point to a similar theme, this unwavering work ethic.
Okay.
He approached every role
Yeah.
with the same level of dedication.
Right.
Whether it was a leading part or a small supporting character.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and he, you know, he attributed that in part to his theater background.
Oh, right, right.
You know, that foundation in stage acting with its emphasis on discipline and rigor, it clearly stayed with him throughout his career.
And that brings up an important question for us as we dive deeper into Delhi Ganesh's legacy.
Right.
It's not just about appreciating his talent, but understanding what made him so special.
Yeah.
What can we learn from his journey?
Exactly.
All right, so we've established Delhi Ganesh was more than just a list of film credits.
Oh, yeah.
There was depth to his craft,
Right.
a dedication that really shines through. But where do we go from here?
Right.
What other nuggets of wisdom can we unearth?
Well, I think one thing that keeps popping up is this remarkable bond that he shared with Kamal Haasan.
Oh, okay.
They collaborated on so many films.
Right.
And the sources suggest it was more than just a working relationship.
Yeah.
There was a genuine fondness there.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
They worked together on comedies, dramas, even action thrillers.
Yeah.
Like, what was it about their dynamic that clicked so well?
I know.
Was it mutual trust? A shared artistic vision?
Yeah.
It's tempting to speculate, isn't it?
It is. It is.
And that's part of what makes this deep dive so engaging, like unraveling these connections and uncovering the stories behind the stories.
Yeah.
But before we get lost in the Kamal Haasan rabbit hole, let's bring it back to the bigger picture.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so we've got this incredibly talented actor known for his range, his dedication.
Who also formed these deep creative partnerships.
Right.
What does it all mean?
Yeah.
Why should we, the audience, care about?
That's the key question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's one that we're going to be exploring, you know, as we continue our deep dive. Because while his story is rooted in Tamil cinema, these themes of dedication, versatility, and making the most of every opportunity, I mean, those are universal.
So stay tuned, because this is where the deep dive gets really interesting.
Yeah.
We're about to uncover the layers of Delhi Ganesh's impact, not just on the world of film, but on anyone striving for excellence in their own field.
Absolutely. You know, one thing that I find really fascinating as we go through these articles is how filmmakers consistently praise Delhi Ganesh for his ability to elevate even the smallest of roles.
That really struck me, too. There are so many quotes about him taking every part seriously, no matter how much screen time
he was given, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like he understood that every character, every line contributes to the bigger picture.
Yeah, there's this one quote that that really stands out to me.
Okay.
It says, "There are no small parts, only small actors."
Wow.
And it just seems like Delhi Ganesh truly lived by that philosophy.
Makes you think about all those unsung heroes, right?
Yeah.
In every field.
Yeah.
The people working behind the scenes, maybe not in the spotlight.
Right.
But their contributions are absolutely essential.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think it's a valuable lesson for all of us, honestly.
Yeah.
To recognize the importance of every role, every task, and to approach each one with that same level of dedication and professionalism that Delhi Ganesh brought to his craft.
Now, earlier we touched on his collaborations with Kamal Haasan, but I think it's worth exploring that a bit further.
Well, absolutely. I think the sources really highlight this special fondness that Delhi Ganesh had for working with Kamal Haasan. He often spoke about the trust and creative freedom he felt on those sets.
And it wasn't just one or two films.
No, not at all.
Their collaborations, I mean, they span decades and genres. From the hilarious Michael Madonna Kamarajan.
Oh, I love that film.
Right. To the powerful drama Nayakon. Like, you really see Delhi Ganesh's incredible versatility on display in those films.
And you know, it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's, while he clearly enjoyed all of his roles, he seemed particularly proud of the recognition he received for Michael Madonna Kamarajan and Nayakon.
Okay.
And it makes me think that those roles weren't just professionally fulfilling, but also personally meaningful to him.
It really does make you wonder what it was about those collaborations, right?
Right.
That resonated so deeply with him. Was it the challenge of the roles? Was it the opportunity to really push his boundaries as an actor?
Yeah. It's fascinating to consider, right?
Yeah.
And I think it highlights the importance of finding those collaborators,
right?
Those mentors,
right?
Who can really help you grow as an artist, and bring out your full potential.
It's like the old saying, iron sharpens iron.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in the case of Delhi Ganesh and Kamal Haasan, it seems like their creative synergy.
Right.
It really did result in some truly memorable performances.
Speaking of memorable, one detail that really caught my eye was his venture into the world of YouTube sketch comedy.
I know.
I mean, a Tamil Alfred Pennyworth. I
never thought.
I never would have expected that.
It's just, it shows you his willingness to embrace new platforms.
Right.
Connect with audiences in unexpected ways.
Yeah.
And it shows that he wasn't afraid to have fun and experiment with his craft,
It also speaks to his comedic talent.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, even in those short sketches, he brought that same charm and wit that made him so beloved on the big screen.
Yeah, and I think it reminds us that true talent can shine through.
Right.
In any format, really.
Yeah.
And sometimes stepping outside of your comfort zone can lead to the most delightful discoveries.
Now, as we reflect on Delhi Ganesh's life and career, it's clear that he left an undeniable mark on Tamil cinema.
Absolutely.
But I think his impact goes far beyond just the films themselves.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I think his dedication to his craft, his humility, his unwavering professionalism, those are all qualities that serve as inspiration, not just for aspiring actors, but for anyone striving for excellence in their chosen field.
He was a true testament to the power of hard work, perseverance, and a genuine love for the art of storytelling.
Absolutely.
And while he may be gone, his legacy will undoubtedly continue to inspire and entertain for generations to come.
Absolutely.
You know what I find so compelling about Delhi Ganesh's story?
Yeah.
It's not just about fame or accolades.
No.
It's about a life dedicated to pursuing your passion, and making a meaningful contribution to the world.
Right. And that's a message that I think resonates with all of us, regardless of our background or profession.
It's a powerful reminder that we all have a role to play, a story to tell.
Right.
And it's up to us to make sure we're bringing our best to every chapter, every scene.
Beautifully said.
Now, before we move on to our final thoughts on Delhi Ganesh's legacy, I have a question for you, dear listener.
Okay.
What's one small thing that you can do today to approach your work with the same level of dedication and artistry that he brought to his?
It's a challenge worth pondering, isn't it?
It is.
A challenge worth embracing.
We'll be right back to wrap up our deep dive into the remarkable life and legacy of Delhi Ganesh.
Sounds good.
Don't go anywhere. All right, so we're back, ready to kind of wrap up our exploration of Delhi Ganesh's just incredible legacy.
Yeah, as we go through these articles, one thing that has really stood out to me is how often Delhi Ganesh is described as just a genuinely kind and humble person.
Yeah, it seems like that warmth, that generosity really did shine through in everything he did, both on and off screen.
It's pretty remarkable.
Right.
Even in a field that's often associated with ego and competition, he managed to maintain this incredible sense of humility and respect for his fellow artists.
It's a powerful reminder that success doesn't have to come at the expense of our values.
Absolutely.
You can achieve great things and still be a good person.
And that in itself, I think, is a profound legacy to leave behind.
Absolutely. Now, we've mainly been focusing on Delhi Ganesh's impact on Tamil cinema, but I think there's a universal lesson to be learned here from his story.
Absolutely. I think his career trajectory is just this fantastic example of dedication, perseverance paying off.
Yeah.
Regardless of what field you're in, you know.
He started in theater.
Yeah.
Transitioned to film, embraced television,
yeah.
even explored, YouTube sketch comedy.
Right, constantly growing.
Yeah, he never stopped learning and growing as an artist.
That adaptability and willingness to evolve are just so crucial.
Yeah.
In any profession these days.
Especially in today's world, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Like, it's about being open to those new possibilities, stepping outside your comfort zone, and always striving to, improve your craft.
Yeah. It's a reminder that it's never too late to reinvent yourself, explore new avenues, continue pursuing your passions.
So as we conclude our deep dive into the life and legacy of Delhi Ganesh, I want to leave you with this final thought.
Okay.
What will your legacy be?
What mark will you leave on the world?
It's a question worth pondering, isn't it?
It really is.
Like, ultimately, it's not about the roles we play, the accolades we achieve, but the impact we have on others, the stories that we leave behind.
Delhi Ganesh's story really beautifully illustrates the power of a life well lived, a life dedicated to pursuing your passion and making a meaningful contribution to the world.
And while we may not all reach the same heights of fame, we can certainly strive to embody that same spirit.
Absolutely.
Of dedication, kindness, and artistry that he brought to everything he did.
So go out there and make your mark on the world,
Right.
And if you ever need a little inspiration, just remember Delhi Ganesh.
Right.
The everyman actor who proved that even the smallest roles can have a lasting impact.
And hey, why not check out one of his films?
Yeah.
Even if you're not familiar with Tamil cinema, you might discover a hidden gem.
Yeah.
You might even find yourself inspired to, explore your own creative passion.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Keep exploring.
Keep diving deep.
Keep diving deep.
Diving deep.